Like to welcome everybody to the Coach and Coach podcast. We are back and we are back again. Man, I'm trying to stop this stupid music. It won't stop, man. It's like I'm getting a delay. I don't know what the heck is going on. Time out. Time out.
Everything sounds good on mine.
I'm struggling over here, man.
Hey, we're actively hiring producers who work for free.
Man, yeah, everything sounds good on your end, but I don't know what the heck going on, man. I'm getting like a delay. I gotta pull my speaker, man. I don't know what the heck going on. Hey, if you could hear what was going on in my speakers, man, it's like everything was a delay. Let me try. Man, this is crazy. Let me try to get this back rolling right, man. Oh, I know what it is. I'm so stupid, man. I got it on. I just gotta turn my volume down on YouTube. That's what was happening, man.
There you go. Turn your device down, okay?
Hey, welcome to the Coach and Coach podcast. We some freaking idiots. Hey, man, I'm sitting here. It's like I'm talking to you, but then all of a sudden, like 3 seconds later, it's repeating what I'm saying, and I forgot I'm coming through the freaking speaker, and then my YouTube is on, and man, I thought I was going crazy because I'm trying to stop my phone, and you just sitting there with your arm folded like everything is fine and dandy, and I'm over here struggling.
Hey, I'm just sitting here, like I'm not hearing anything. I guess all we figured out was that YouTube, we are on YouTube. You can hear us on YouTube. You figured it out.
Yeah, it worked. It works. Hey, rest assured it works, man, because I was struggling, bro. But hey, let's try this again. Man, that was funny because it had me going for a loop, because what you got to understand, I'm getting feedback in my ears. Yeah. I'm talking to you, you're responding, but then I'm getting a feed from YouTube coming through at the same time. So I thought I was going crazy, man. I didn't know what was going on. I started to I was getting a little nervous, man. I thought something had happened to me. Man, we need a producer, y'all, man. Why y'all ain't coming trying to help us out? Oh man. Hey, man, even while we trying to roll, I haven't even set up the wheel yet, man. I have really not been on a good note tonight, but let me get my wheel together too. I'm gonna get that together even as we speak tonight. But let me try this again. Welcome to the Coach and Coach podcast. I am your defensive coordinator. My job is to make sure I don't get feedback in my ears so I won't go crazy and everybody look at me trying to figure out what's going on while our offensive coordinator sit over there like there's no worries in the world. I'm scoring points. I don't know what the heck you're doing.
We got the script.
Yeah, I'm struggling, but I am your defensive coordinator. I am Coach Marks, and on the left or on the right or whatever you at right now, because I don't even know, as an offensive coordinator who score all the points and make sure everything is okay. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Those that's looking at us live, make sure you subscribe to us because we want to make sure that you don't miss a show. But those that are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pandora, wherever you listen to your podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button, set the notification. Matter of fact, I was in the store last night. I watched the young lady. She subscribed and she set the notification. So she's on it. She's on it. She know if she's listening to the show, she know who I'm talking about. But you can catch every live episode on YouTube. I try to link it to Facebook. I'm going to give it a shot tonight. But, we got everything going on right now, so I don't know if it's going to make it there or not. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on our Facebook page. Man, we are all over the place. Coach, I don't know about you, but I'm struggling right now. How your day been, man?
It's been a week. Like work's been something, man. It's been something every day. So I'm glad that, to see it on your side now, you get to see the hectic, it's not just me, right? So, it's been good, and it's Thursday and Friday Eve. So when we end this, we'll go sit down and watch football, and it's like the start of the weekend, and then it'll be football all weekend. So.
Hey, it's the best part of the year, man. That's why I be so excited about this time of the year because you got something you got something when Thursday hit, man. You ready to roll and even on that, I mean they even opened up some preseason basketball today that I shouldn't have messed with my daily fantasy. I shouldn't even touched it. My dumb butt did it anyway. I did it blind. I forgot Tom Thibodeau is no longer the New York Knicks coach, and I went off of the stats from last year because he run his players into the ground. So I was like, crap. Man, they going to play about 26, 27 minutes. False. They did not because they got a new coach. They got Mike Brown, beanhead, who don't really know how to keep players in long enough, and he needs some time. And so my whole lineup got throughout the wonder today.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. But man, man, if you could have only heard what I was hearing, you would understand completely how I was struggling, man. And it was a true struggle. But we got out of the struggle and we back in it. That's what it is. Life is a struggle sometimes. You just got to get out of the struggle. And that's where we was. But hey, we are back and we are on tonight. And man, we got a lot to talk about. We ain't got that much time to talk about it. You know, we have been getting, I ain't gonna say criticism, but we've been getting some feedback. Kind of let the people know what kind of feedback you got on our time.
Man, I've heard like 5 or 6 people that are just like, you're a little long-winded. yeah, I like to go on for a little bit, you know. And I guess we live in an era where our media is consumed in like short little videos, so it's hard to hold attention. But you know, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try to be better about it.
Well, I mean, it's crap. Don't everybody's attention be blowed up now. You know, it's just people don't listen to stuff long. Now, me, man, the podcast that I like listening to. Hey, I want to see an hour and 10, hour and 15 because I want to hear it. I want to hear what's going on. But I'm a talk radio guy. I've always been a talk radio guy anyway, man. Even the days when I used to listen to man, Kid Craddock in the morning. I mean, that's always been me.
Back in the day.
So it's easy for me to listen to this stuff. But man, even at the same time, I'm trying to put stuff in this wheel. But just kind of give us an idea of what you've been hearing about the show outside of we long-winded.
Well, the positive thing I've heard is how people actually do want to support it. Like they're like, I had a lady come up to me and was like, my husband's going to play it at his job. You know, when they had some downtime on a break and try to get, others in the break room to want to download it. And then I've had people say, like they really like the high school coverage. Feels like it, highlights the players, puts a spotlight on them, and they learn and hear stories about the kids that they might not have known, and I think that going back to when I was young, having the TV station cover everything, and we had a local radio station, you had a lot of coverage, and now you really only have the Journal once a week. So we're giving people extra options to see the game, recap the game, or preview the game, and people really like that and have responded well to it.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that though? With social media right now, man, it should be more out there. It should be more things to be able to get, but you would think because of social media, it would be a lot easier for a lot of more things to get put on there. But I mean, crap. Let's take advantage of it. Hey, it's an open market.
Somebody's got
to do it.
Why not?
Big congrats, and I like to pick on Coach Jen in that Cal City. Big congrats to Demarius Bug Pittman for making the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game. I guess somebody been listening to us because every 3 carries, he scored a touchdown. So apparently the All-Star coaches believed in us. Thank you, All-Star coaches. And he made the All-Star team, Mississippi-Alabama All-Star team. So big congrats to Bug Pittman. And that's a big honor, man, because we haven't had a lot of people in our area. I know in Bruce, I know Migo made it. Can you remember anybody else? Mississippi, Alabama. I wasn't sure if Fred. I don't know if they had it when Fred was playing, but I do know Migo played in it.
Not off I'd have to really go back and look at that. Not off the top of my head,
So big congrats to him and congrats to Coach Jennings and just, man, if you will listen to us, you will go far.
Yeah,
We
6 carries, 2 touchdowns, man. I mean, just 6 carries.
we know what we're talking about when we are not coaching.
Simple as that.
We are the best in the world. Hey, I'm the best, man. I can tell you what to do, just don't make me do it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
But crap, man, I got to pay for 2 people to get in the game tonight, and we didn't. We got some subscribers on there, but they didn't screenshot it, man. All y'all had to do was screenshot it and send it to me. I know yesterday, man, we probably pulled off about 20 brand new subscribers, but only 5 or 6 screenshotted and sent it to me. So I just got to go with that. So your chances of winning is very good. Now, what we're going to do in the giveaway, I'm going to try my best to share the screen. Excuse me for coughing because I don't know what's going on. I guess because I laughed too much. Just got that out of me. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna spin the wheel at some point tonight. We'll spin the wheel one time to get the first winner. We'll spin the wheel the next time to get the second winner. And what we'll do, we're gonna if you gotta go, if the game that you're going to is GoFanMe, then I'm gonna go to the GoFanMe site, gonna purchase the ticket, and I'm gonna send it to your email. If the game that you're going to don't have a GoFanMe, I'm gonna get your Cash App from you. I'm gonna send you the how much it costs to get in the game. The beauty about this is only one that will be going to another game, so I know where these other people are going to. So I know we got GoFanMe, so you won't even have to sit in line if you win tonight. But I'm just looking through my emails just to make sure that nobody else stuck in and got an entry in, because we're trying to give stuff away. That's what we do. That's what we're trying to do. So you just got to help us out. But I was able to interview our band director today for Thursday Conversation. We're going to drop that in a separate video, also in a separate podcast. It is a spot in there where I said you was absent, and I accidentally hit the cheer sign, and it cheered that you were absent. So don't pay no attention to that because I was just testing stuff out. But man, let's get into tonight. I want to start off tonight. You know how we've been talking about this, and you know how I'm feeling about it. So I feel like I just need to go and jump into it in order for me to calm down because it really ticked me off.
I know where it's
But go
going,
ahead.
Coach. So I know where it's going. So here's the curveball. I'm gonna hang it for you. Go ahead and knock it out the park. Go ahead.
First of all, you didn't see me play Little League. You could have just threw the ball straight down. Because me and curveball, that's why I quit playing baseball, because they didn't tell me that the ball wasn't going to be straight anymore. I played baseball from 9 to 15. Everything was going good until I saw a curveball. And when I saw it, I was halfway in the dugout, and the umpires are signaling strike. So I knew then baseball is over with for me, because people are throwing the ball in ways that they're not supposed to throw it. But first I'm going to play the clip, and then we're going to talk about it. And and I want to get your insight on it as well. And it's a couple of things I do want to address on it, but I'm going to play the clip first, and I want to let you guys hear it, and then we'll just go from there.
Stefanski is an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shadeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shadeur Sanders be the guy, or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
Yo. Let's get into it, because that was Rex Ryan, the New York Jets coach. Where else did he coach where he wasn't successful at? The only claim to fame he had, that he was the defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens. But let's get into it. Now, everybody know we we've talked about it. Everybody know what's going on. The whole Shadeur Sanders escapade. And this week, Rex Ryan got on ESPN, and this was his take. And what he said really struck a nerve before I even went to investigate. What he said really struck a nerve in me to where I said, we got to talk about this tonight, because it ain't what he said, but it was how he delivered it, how he was so adamant that that is exactly what happened. And just to get your intake, but even the fact that for him to say, get your blank on the front row, this and that, we've never heard in no situation that Shadeur Sanders was unprofessional in his preparation. And now all of a sudden, when he said that if he know, the whole league know, now all of a sudden Shadeur Sanders is unprofessional and he's sitting in the back.
Yeah, when I go back to like listening to what Scout said in the draft process and stuff, I think you heard some things about like he might have not been perfect on the board and he might have had issues, playing issues, but those are playing issues. Like he's almost talking like the guy's got, like how we talk about like the DB is like the drama queen.
He's basically saying that Shadeur is a cancer to the locker room.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing that's getting me right now. Here's the thing, because when you're on TV like that, you can put that narrative out there and everybody will bite on it. Let me give you an example. This weekend, Chris Jones, he had to attend his aunt's funeral. And I know his aunt in the gospel scene. I used to be in a gospel group, and she sung with the New Spirit of Houston. We had many programs with them, and prayers out to their family, to his grandmother and their group. But somebody on the Kansas City fan page posted a picture of Chris Jones, his grandmother, and it was another lady, which, as I read the comments, they said the other lady was his mom. But the caption was, Chris Jones had to attend the funeral of his aunt, pictured here. And when I looked at the picture, I knew that wasn't his aunt, because I know the family.
Right.
So people would have saw that and automatically run with it. And this type of dangerous, like when you don't have all your facts, and it just, I'm trying to figure out why is it so important to discredit Shadeur?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with, like it or not, Deion had, when he was a player and a coach, I mean, he's had run-ins with the media, and not in a bad way. I think he's very kind of playful. Like I think about like the media asked him, somebody in the media called him by Deion to ask him a question in his first year at Colorado, and he was like, "You wouldn't call Coach Saban Nick," So I think that there's just.
But isn't that valid?
I mean, I completely agree, but when you make the media feel a certain way, the media is the one that goes out and tells the story. So I just think that's the world we live in today is where everybody's got a hot take, and if you give them a reason to give you a negative one, they're going to push it, because it's just the world we live in now. The world's more negative than ever about things.
But the thing is, you being in that fraternity, like you and I, we coaches, we are coaches. So when we talk about other coaches, even though we don't mind calling out a play, I believe that if Bruce do something that's not, we're going to talk about it. But at the same time, we're not going to come at it in a way that you would. All right, to him, even if that was the case, now it's not Shadeur's fault.
But Coach, it sounds like you're looking at it through a coach's lens, where you're going to have, which I guess Rex Ryan's the next coach, but he's in the media world now full time.
So, but why should we go to what the media does? Why can't we bring a perspective that we've talked about. I'm pretty sure him coaching in New York, he probably got criticism that he probably didn't deserve sometime. Why would you jump on the bandwagon and do the exact same thing that you probably, even in that, coach, even in that, you should have did better with your money. Even in that, why would you?
I
Now,
agree.
Stephen A. Smith being stupid or whatever, I understand because he hasn't been in that field. I get him, but sometimes I may not get a Ryan Clark or how people are so critical of Cam Newton. People forget that Cam Newton was an elite quarterback.
He would have won a
Because-
national championship with wherever he played college football. I think they'd have won a national championship.
And everything he say is scrutinized. Cam Newton said that Jalen Hurts was mid. Have Jalen Hurts proved Cam wrong this year? Oh, I'll help you out. I pulled up his stats. Jalen Hurts, on the season, he's 7 for 101 for 609 yards. That is in 4 games. An NFL quarterback has 609 yards in 4 games. He averaging 152 yards a game. So is Cam Newton wrong?
Yeah, that's not, that's not
And they
above the league numbers.
They blasted Cam. They blasted Cam. Oh, you just hating on him because you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Like Cam was hating on the man. He won the Super Bowl. Okay. Yeah. But you act like Cam wasn't Cam Newton. But I've seen a few players, but I don't see the same response going at Rex Ryan because I feel this is my thought, and I want you to comment on it. Deion, for some reason, they do not like Deion, and I feel like when people can't control you, it bothers them. It bothers them because I'm gonna tell you, in the NFL, they want you to stay under that helmet. They don't want you to be no personality. They don't want you. The NFL is going crazy that these NFL players got podcasts and radio shows. That stuff irritate their soul because they want you to stay under that helmet. Now, NBA. The NBA, even though they try to say the NBA is losing money and it ain't like it used to be, but yet these big contracts are still coming out. But you don't never hear that same thing in Major League Baseball. Crap, we giving out 20-year, $500 million contracts.
Yeah.
Where's the money coming from? Ain't nobody talked about the MLB having a salary cap. We need a salary cap. So there's no problem there. And in the NBA, there are a lot of personalities. The NFL do not want you to be, they want that shield to be the number one thing, and it's not, and they don't want you to grow your, I don't believe an NFL player can ever be a billion. You got Michael Jordan, billionaire. LeBron will be a billionaire. Steph Curry will probably be a billionaire. Kevin Durant, because they are able to do other stuff outside of basketball. Crap, you could just play in the MLB and become a billionaire, apparently. Oshante, or whatever your name is, but you're super rich. Crap, Bobby Bonilla is still getting $1 million a year until he still got 5 more years on that. So they hate Deion. And it seemed like that anybody that's associated with Deion is getting scrutinized. You mean to tell me that one of the most electrifying athletes that we've seen in the last 5 to 10 years in Travis Hunter can't get more snaps in Jacksonville?
Yeah, but you got to think like you kind of took the words out of my mouth when you started talking about it. Is they can't control Deion. I think Deion's just he's a brutally honest guy that gives you his opinion on things, and sometimes they don't like that. So it is crazy though that they hold it against. It'd be one thing if someone had a personal issue with Deion. It don't mean take it out on people who's coming through his program.
Haven't you coached kids that you didn't like? Be honest. Because I know I have. I coached a lot of kids I didn't like. I'm just
I've
gonna be honest
never,
with you.
I'll always say this. Like, there's times I don't like you. I've never had a kid that I couldn't say, in the grand scheme of things, I don't love that kid. But there's been moments where I'm like, I don't like you.
Now, love is different. You know,
Yeah.
love that's the unconditional part. But I have coached kids that I just wasn't very fond of. But I wasn't gonna sacrifice my team because I'm not fond of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And just to see what's going on, and then to see Rex Ryan play into this narrative, somebody who's been on the scrutiny side of the NFL, and for you to play into this narrative in a way that was, man. And then he sold it like somebody untold him this. And I was glad that a lot of people come out with some receipts. I think it was a lot of different podcasts come out showing receipts of Shadeur sitting in the front. Because I'm like, why would he change who he is now? Why would he, in this situation, decide, okay, I'm not gonna sit in the front no more? My dad, you know, that's a reflection of who trained you, who raised you. So why would he change that now? So it's baffling to me that they have taken this stance. And then he said Kevin Stefanski is a great coach. Really?
What do you think? Like, my question would be, like, if Shadeur gets his chance, and do you think it's a situation where he stays scrutinized, or
He will be Tim Tebow.
do you think so?
He will be Tim Tebow because I did not, once they decide whatever you're selling, the NFL don't want, you're not finna tell me, coach, that probably, I don't know where to rank Tim Tebow, but in my lifetime, one of the greatest college football players that I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
That you can't find, that he literally just said, you know what, NFL, I changed my position for y'all. This man won a playoff game with a playoff star of Denver Bronco team, and they treated it like it wasn't nothing. Man, you look at these quarterbacks now that's in the NFL, they're starting, and you say, I mean, Daniel Jones got another shot.
Yeah.
Now, granted, all right, he's doing good, that's fine, but Daniel Jones hadn't showed nothing to get another shot. Sam Darnold is still in the NFL. Geno Smith got another shot. Baker Mayfield got another shot. Freaking Joe Flacco had no business starting at 53 years old. And they got another shot. But it's just when the NFL decides that what you're selling or what you represent, we don't want. I feel like that Shadeur does not stand a chance in the NFL. He will be Tim Tebow in 2 or 3 years. He's going to be out of the league, not because of his talent, but you know, is the more and more you get pushed, eventually you're just going to say, I'm done.
Well, you know, the negatives on him that came out in this draft process, I was like, these are fixable things. You know, like, why? You know, I know, like, your first round picks are very valuable. Like, you're making franchise decisions, like changing decisions.
Have you saw Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But the fact that, you know, the way he fell and stuff, I mean, the points you're making, you know, I'm starting to see it pretty clear. You know, it's making sense. I can't disagree with you.
And
I can't
just
come back and say, you know,
it just makes you
no
scratch your
that's
head.
going to change.
And I just feel he's not going to get a shot. And the best example I could think of was Tim Tebow. I just feel like he's finna get Tim Tebow out of the league because there was nothing Tim Tebow did. Well, like they was talking about his throwing motion, and he got this elongated throwing motion. Okay, you are the best of the best. You're supposed to have the best of the best coaches. You're telling me that a workaholic like Tim Tebow can't get something fixed that you teach?
Yeah.
No, they got tired of Tebow talking about God on TV. And they did not want that. They feel like now if we can shut Shadeur, you know, people are probably having parties every time Colorado lose and Deion is losing. Oh man, they loving it. They loving it. So it's just, man, I don't know. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is still getting a shot. They still giving him a shot. Marcus Mariota is still in the league.
Yeah.
Did you see J.J. McCarthy play before he got hurt?
Yeah.
Wasn't very impressive. 5'3" Kyler Murray still in the league. Tua, half of his brain is probably mush right now. He's still in the league. You telling me that Shadeur couldn't beat out Bryce Young? And then he was mad because Shadeur said that he is probably better than half of these quarterbacks that's starting right now.
Yeah, and the fact that he's stuck on with a franchise that has a guy that was drafted in the same class as him. It's not like he went somewhere like, that I'm not saying could throw him to the wolves and see what he's got, but like it'd be nice if he was somewhere where you could just say, hey, let's try something different and just see. He's in like, it's not only like, is the situation bad, but like where he's located in the situation makes it even worse.
Ain't it kind of ironic that everything that went on in the draft process about him is leaking out? Are you telling me that there haven't been players to be like, told their agent, man, don't let me go there. Don't let me go there.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, he didn't want to go to Baltimore. He didn't want. Well, no. Lamar is at Baltimore. Lamar just signed a brand new deal. Why? And then you hear idiots now like, he should have took to Baltimore because Lamar's going to be out Didn't nobody know Lamar was going to be out?
Nah, you can't foresee that.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. So it's just the fact that the way, it's just how Rex Ryan, I've been hearing all the criticism of everybody, and I try to look at it from a different perspective because I'd be like, okay, I'm an owner or whatever the case may be, and I got to protect my team. I get it, but I don't get it because I thought the whole objective was to win. I want to win, and then I want to put the best player out there that's going to allow me the opportunity to win. Like New York. You mean to tell me that I saw the preseason game. You telling me that Jason Dart didn't beat out Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson ever since that Super Bowl where they didn't want to pay if Marshawn Lynch scores that touchdown, Seattle has to pay him.
Yeah. And
they said, forget the Super Bowl. Let's make sure that Marshawn don't get paid. With one timeout, you're at the 3-yard line and you don't give Beast Mode the ball?
Not a chance.
You throw and then Russell Wilson is looking like, oh man, I just missed it, hey, Seattle up. We'll rain on it next year. Just all, man, I'm tired of looking at him too.
Yeah.
Crap. So it's just, man, the NFL, I see why I follow professional sports because you're more of the college guru. You're the college guy.
Yeah.
I'm a professional guy. I watch a lot of NFL games, so it irritates me when I see it going down like this because I feel like that, it's getting out of the rim, and that's what I'm getting afraid of, that we're going to mess around and be in college sports if we don't get some type of regulation. I'm all for the players being paid because I've watched coaches do this for years, get big contracts and leave. The players should get paid, but there need to be some type of. I'm all for, hey, if you sign this deal, this is a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I think
either you go to the NFL or you're staying here. You're not finna go somewhere. You sign a 2-year deal with us.
And we're gonna have a chance to talk about some things that they are getting the regulations. They're working a deal out. They're getting rid of a portal window, but. Currently at the moment, if things don't change and this current situation we're in was to continue, I could absolutely see what you're talking about, where this trickles down into the college game.
Well, you know what? That's a good segue. We went from pros to college. There's a stinking school up I-55 called the Arkansas Hogs, and they got some hoggy stuff going on over there.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino back at the helm of the Razorbacks and has been well received, which it's kind of surprising with the past, but he's become a changed man, and he's come in and cleaned house and is looking to turn the Arkansas Razorbacks around.
You know what's funny when you said clean house? How many, and somebody help me out in the chat somewhere, how many interim coaches you've known that had the authority to fire coaches?
I'm not, I'm not done my research, but off the top of my head on recent ones, uh, there wasn't.
You've known that.
There might have been some movement. Some guys got moved up the totem pole or down the totem pole, but I've never seen someone dismissed that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's the first I heard. And I asked you a question today, and I was kind of wondering, was it a good idea to put him on the staff, and was that Sam Pittman's move?
I don't want to. I don't want to say that there was a coup, but it's just weird to me. Like it almost seems like
Man, you media
they.
now. You can set the standard.
I'm
If
not
Rex
trying to
Ryan,
be. I'm not trying to be Rex Ryan, man. I'm trying to be, because at the end of the day, like I still, in my heart of hearts, like I still try to come from the perspective as a coach. So like my feelings go to Sam Pittman. Like I'm gonna be a Sam Pittman defender on this. Like the man wasn't given the resources to be successful. So you get rid of him, and then now they're just talking about how like Hunter Yurchich, the AD, was like, we're going to give the candidate or Petrino, whoever gets the job, the resources and not only the resources for NIL, but the resources for your support staff, higher wages for your assistants, higher wages for the head coach. No, no, no. What you're saying is you're giving it to Bobby Petrino. I think
yep.
it will be him, and so I'm not with the situation because I don't think it was fair for if you wanted to part ways with Sam Pittman, you should have done it. They sat there and waited till his record got to a situation where the buyout could drop and they could negotiate that buyout. That's not right.
How much? I'm looking up his bio. It really wasn't much, according
Wait,
to USA Today. He was only owed 9.3 million, and
it was 62% of his total contract because
total.
if he went, so the way it worked was if he went below 500 as an overall record, it dropped to a 50% buyout. So they fired him like they say they didn't want to see the season continue in the direction it went. So they fired him before he got below 500. So they negotiated from 75% down to 62%, kind of met in the middle. So he got like 62% of the money he was owed, or he will get it because they're going to pay it off over time, I'm sure.
Well, I'm trying to find that exact number. I'm looking at they saying that they did save 1.5 million
Yeah.
on it, and Pittman was paid 62 and a half rather than 75%. So if I'm looking at this correctly, I'm trying to get the exact number on it. It's not sure. It's giving us all the percentages and stuff, but it's not giving me the exact number what his buyout was. But they were strategic. They waited till they was under the 50% mark, under 500, and they went ahead and played it that route. He was one thing about it though. When he was first hired, I felt like he was doomed before he got there.
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about it that I don't understand is it's not Arkansas is not a state like Mississippi where you have two SEC schools and then Southern Miss and then all your other schools that you're supporting. Like it's Arkansas, Arkansas State, some smaller schools. So like you would think your boosters are heavy Arkansas guys. And I mean there are. You got Tyson, you got Walmart, you got JB Hunt. Like there's some big money going through there. I just don't understand why they never got it to where Sam Pittman could get players in the portal or recruiting on the high school level. But you see how well their baseball and basketball
Yeah.
program. It's like I just don't get why he never got the financial resources he needed to compete at a higher level. I mean, he gets you can say what you want about Petrino, but he is a really good offensive mind. He had Barry Odom as his DC at one time. I think the fact that he wouldn't fire the defensive staff and replace them, I think that might have been their straw to really say like, well, you're not getting these resources.
It just looked a little sketchy. According to USA Today, they said he will be owed. I guess his buyout was 8.5 million. And like you said, they'll
That's
stretch that out. Or a booster will go ahead and say, hey, let's go ahead and get this off our books, and they'll go ahead and pay that now. So it just looked a little sketchy. But you said it, and I totally agree with you that that was going to be the way that they was going to roll with it, and they did. And now. Pretty sure, whenever you got coaching changes like that, players play better, they play harder.
Well, I mean, this is the thing they've got to think about too, is like in this era of football, when they fired Sam Pittman, every school has that guy who is going to call the parents of these players.
Oh yeah.
And they're tampering. Like, hey, you gonna get in the portal? Like, where are we at? What can we do to get you in the portal? So I mean, this is where Petrino is going to find out this is a new era. He's got to keep this team like it's not as easy as it was. Like it ain't going to just be a breath of fresh air because you've got tampering going on. So he's going to find out.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's found out this week. Like it's a different job than it was in 2011, 2010.
Well, Coach, let's go ahead and look at the top 25 games. Do you have those games in front of you?
Yeah,
I'm trying to type these names in the wheel. So go ahead and shoot those games out for us. It feels weird without an Ole Miss game, but hey, let's try to make it happen this week.
Yeah, we needed an Ole Miss game for this slate. It's not the greatest slate in the world, but number 1 Ohio State, they're a 23.5-point favorite over Minnesota. Number 3 Miami is a 4.5-point favorite over number 18 Florida State.
Where's that game?
That game is at Florida State, I believe. My picks, I've got a Florida State cover. I don't have them outright, but I've got a Florida State cover. But if they go outright, I mean, that's still good for me. Number 5 Oklahoma is a 44.5-point favorite over Kent State. Number 6 Texas A&M hosts Mississippi State. They're A&M's a 16.5-point favorite. I kind of like the dogs in that one to cover after seeing A&M offensively just didn't look great the last Saturday. That was a hard football game to watch if you're an offensive guy. Number 10 Alabama is a 10.5-point favorite over number 16 Vanderbilt in Tuscaloosa. So
what was that line again?
10 and a hook, 10.5.
Well, it's in Alabama. I think Vander's going to get brought back down to reality Saturday.
I got out of order. Number 7 Penn State is a 24.5-point favorite over UCLA. That's a lot of points for an offense that doesn't score a lot of points.
Yeah, but UCLA is terrible, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. In a conference game, 24.5 is a lot.
But if you saw UCLA coach is horrible, man.
That's true. I know
they are. I think they cover. I think Penn State cover. I think Penn State cover. I think Penn State cover on that one.
We got number 9 Texas. They're a 4.5-point favorite at the Swamp.
Just 4.5.
4.5 is what I got today. I wrote these lines down today. It was 7 earlier in the week, and it's come down.
Is that more of Texas or Florida? Haven't really shown.
I think that Florida's defense is very good, and they're at home. But I also think that Texas defense is very good. I just think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. I've got Texas covering it, but I don't see this game like – I guess we need to look up the total in that game because I bet it's not high at all. You got number 11 Texas Tech. They're an 11.5-point favorite at Houston. Notre Dame hosts Boise State. That's number 21 versus unranked. Notre Dame's a 20.5-point favorite. Number 12 Georgia. They are a 20.5-point favorite over the Kentucky Wildcats.
All right, hold on. That Texas and Florida total is 42.5.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's 42.5.
I might smash the under on that, Coach.
You think it's going to be low?
Yeah, I think it's low. But like I said, we got number 12 Georgia, 20.5-point favorite over Kentucky. Number 20, Michigan is a 17.5 point favorite over Wisconsin. Number 22, Illinois is a 9.5 point favorite over Purdue. And Virginia, after their big upset, they will be an underdog. They're the 24th ranked team in the country. They will be an underdog, a 6.5 point dog to Louisville. And that's the
I,
top 25.
I think I'm with that. I'm with it. I feel like they got their big win. I don't think they're going to go to Louisville and win that ball game. I think Louisville is a better team. I think Virginia just had their moment. They had their day. They had their time, and I think they get it. That is the lines on college football this week. Introducing Clear Whey Protein Powder, a refreshing high protein drink that transforms your post workout routine. Crafted the pure whey protein isolate, this innovative formula offers a light and flavorful alternative to traditional protein shakes. With zero lactose and zero sugar, it caters to those seeking a clean, transparent approach to fitness nutrition without compromising on taste or quality. Like I said before, I hate the chalky taste. This right here clears the way for me. So Clear Protein, if you want to get you some Clear Protein, go to clearprotein.com. That's www.clearprotein.com. When you get to the checkout, type in promo code COACH25 and get a 20% discount on your order. That is Clear Whey Protein. Go ahead and order you some today. Well, Coach, we got a big high school slate on tomorrow. Just going to run down some games that's going to spark our interest. A lot of division games start tomorrow, and we got the big one tomorrow. But we got Hatley. 5-0 Hatley is going to 2-3 Okolona. 0-5 East Union travels to 4-1 Myrtle. That will be a division game. You got 4-1 Bickersville traveling to 5-0 Baldwin. Baldwin is 2A. They're back at 2A again, so we got to keep an eye on that. 3-2 Shannon will travel to 3-1 Pontotoc. You got 4-1 Belmont going to 1-4 Alcorn Central. You got 2-3 Amory at 0-5 Houston. You got 5-0 Eupora at 2-3 Velma Jackson. You got 4-1 New Albany at 4-0 North Pontotoc, and they won. Matt Laban chose to go there. They chose it for him. It was difficult voting. I didn't really know how to vote. It wasn't as easy as it would normally be. And I think that really what messed up the Bruce people, because it was showing it, but to actually vote, it wasn't that simple.
Yeah.
You got
that New Albany and North Pontotoc games got a chance to be good, because I think through 5 games, North Pontoc's gave up like 1 touchdown on the year. Like through 5 games, they've allowed, I think, it might be 13 points. I know they went through the first 3 weeks of the season without a point scored against them.
I still think that she came to Bruce. But anyway, 0-5 Thrasher will be at 1-4 Vardaman. It's Vardaman's homecoming. 3-2 Aberdeen will be at 2-3 Winona. 1-4 Kemper County will be at 4-1 East Webster. 4-1 Hamilton will be at 4-1 Calhoun City. It's their homecoming. You got 2-3 Strayhorn at 0-5 Coffeyville. You got 4-1 Oxford traveling down I-55 to 3-2 Madison Central. And you got the big one coming to Trojan Land. You got 4-1 Water Valley coming to 5-0 Bruce. Now we're going to do a live show pregame tomorrow. But Coach, we did kind of dibble and dabble on it a little bit. But what is your expectation on the game tomorrow?
The trend shows that the past few years, this has been a offensive game. I think that trend continues. I know you said you think they'll take the ball out of the air. I just think that I know for a fact that Bruce is going to get theirs. Like I've not seen a game in really outside of like Bruce Calhoun City and Darbone's tenure where he's not that the offense hasn't gotten theirs. You know, they've been able to score points. And then you look at how you look at the season stats, and there's common opponents there. You know, Water Valley's offense is, I think they're like 382 yards a game. You know, so you almost think they're going to get something. So I think it's going to be I think it's offense is going to be the star of the show, in my opinion.
I can tell you what, Marcus Brownlee is going to break the record in assist tackles at all time because he has a plethora of assist tackles, and I feel like he's going to eclipse 200 tackles, and 170 of them will be assists. But I really feel like that Bruce is going to really show up. They really do need to show up because I've really been talking a lot of noise in Water Valley. My church is in Water Valley, and I don't want to go to church Sunday and have to see all their little faces looking at me. My barber is from Water Valley, and I already told him after we win this game, I'm going to come in the barbershop with a Bruce helmet on, and I'm just going to sit in the middle of the floor. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to go in there.
You're going to Bruce win and cover.
Yeah, I've talked a lot. And I will be on pins and needles tomorrow, hoping that we pull this off because I have talked $1,000 worth of crap, and I ain't got nothing but $100 in the bank. So we got to figure out a way to get this done. I have been betting with house money, but you know what? When you're not coaching, it's good to just put all that pressure on your coaches and everything, and tell them like, "Hey, man, get this done because I have really run my mouth this week. I need you to cover me, please." Because I told my barber I was gonna come in there. I'm just going to wear a helmet. I'm just going to sit in the middle of the floor while everybody walk in. I'm not even going to talk to nobody. I'm just going to have my helmet on. And I can't run from it because I got an appointment tomorrow because I'm looking very mighty woolly right now. So I can't avoid it. But big game. I hope we're going to win. We better win, or I'm whooping everybody on that team because at this point I cannot take. You know how we are when it comes to sports. We can't take it, man. We can't take it. I've been ready to fight folks. Got mad. Egg Bowl, man. Me and my wife got into it bad after Egg Bowl. I think State finally won one. We like to get into it. Like, don't play with me after that game. They think, and the kids, they think it's funny. Mississippi State beat y'all. And I push the little kid down. That's just what it is. And then you'll be mad, but don't mess with me. I be telling people on Facebook, leave me alone. Leave me alone because I'm going to go low. I'm going to get personal because just leave me alone. And it be the people that ain't been on none of your posts. Ain't never talked to you about anything. As soon as your team lose, they the first one to want to post, that's why they lost. I be like, that's why you ain't got no edges. I go low, man. I just get crazy with it. Don't mess with me after the game. So we really need to pull this off. If any of the Trojans are listening right now, you on the clock. You better get it done tomorrow or we're going to have some problems. But, man, I'm looking forward because I think the atmosphere going to be there. It's going to be.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what the place looks like. At 7 o'clock, because I think it'll fill up before then. But at 7 o'clock, last week Bruce had a huge crowd on the home side, but Jay-Z George didn't, but travel as well. There was people there, but it wasn't crazy. Like I think even it's going to be a zoo around the park. Like it's going to be. I'm ready to see what that looks like.
Well, Coach, hey man, your boy had to talk to somebody this week. Me being who I am and everything. I had to big dog stuff, man. I had to talk to some people, let them know that hey, we getting this thing going. Let me just play a clip for you. That's all. I just want you to just get your ear. I've been waiting to get back to.
Yeah, we'll get to basketball in just a moment, but I kind of want to stay on football with you just for a little bit. I mean, you've been around this program, whether it be on the sidelines or in the stands or as a student with me here at school. Coach Darbaugh said he wants to be able to have a home playoff game for these fans and these players.
Yes.
How important would that be from an administration and just a fan base standpoint?
That would be huge because we haven't had a home playoff game since 2013. That's why James Ray was here. And we just haven't. The vibe here has changed finally, and to have that and just him and his staff have done an amazing job as far as keeping the kids focused on what can happen and the possibilities. And when you're trying to build something, you go through growing pains.
Yeah. Your boy's moving on up. Hey, Coach and Coach podcast. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all done got me. You done got me on the spot. We might get you on the show, man. We're still working on it. We'll get with your agent because you know you you got so much stuff going on right now. But we was able to pull that off today. But it was cool, man. Brad, you know he have a deep following. Brad been in this media game for a while.
Yeah.
And he came and just to even want to talk to little old me, man, it meant a lot because, you know, we've been trying our best for years. Even when you was here, we've been trying our best. Man, our love for Bruce is incredible. If people only knew how much passion we put in that brand, man, they wouldn't, it would be more help than it is criticism. But man, I appreciate him even wanting to talk to me, and I think it's on his Facebook page. You can see the whole interview, and then he also interviewed Coach Darbo. And like I said, when you're winning, people want to talk to you, and it is what it is. I remember when we went on that little streak that we had when I was coaching basketball. Man, I was doing interviews every week, and I was like, man, I'm tired of this, but no, it comes with it. It comes with it. Just to look at some scores that's going on right now, you know, Major League Baseball playoffs have been is in full effect. Detroit beats Cleveland today, and they advance to the divisional round. They are going to play. Man, I can't think of it on top of my head. Boston and New York is still tied at 0 at the end of the third inning. The Cubs defeated the Padres today 3-1, and they advance on. All of these games today were knockout games, and I'm trying to pull up. Okay, there we go. We got the playoff bracket. All right, we got the Tigers. They will face off with the Mariners in the divisional round. The Blue Jays are waiting for. That's a whole AL East bracket. I mean, you got the Blue Jays, Yankees, and the Red Sox. But the Blue Jays will be waiting for the winner out of that game. The Dodgers, who swept the Reds on yesterday, and they will start their divisional round against the Phillies. And the Cubs will travel to Milwaukee, just right up the street, to start their divisional round. The NBA started they got kicked off today in their preseason, and I am a deep NBA fan, so I do follow preseason. So the New York Knicks defeated the Philadelphia 76ers today, 91-84. At 4:30 in the morning, the New Orleans Pelicans is playing Melbourne. I don't know exactly where that game is, but it's definitely not over here. But what I did want to do, I wanted to start prepping everyone for the NBA season. And I was going to talk, I know you wanted me to talk about the NBA teams, but I want to break it down in division because there's so many teams and there's so much stuff that go with each team. So I just want to break it down in division. So tonight, I do want to talk about the Atlantic Division. That's Boston, New York, Toronto, Brooklyn, and the 76ers. Just a brief what went on this off season with them and what you can look forward to within this season. For those that play fantasy basketball, this will help get you going. And as far as trying to see what's the plan of each coach or what's their plan. The New York Knicks got a new coach, which I talked about earlier, which blew up my lineup today because I was thinking like Tom Thibodeau because, man, I'm going to miss Tibbs because when you got 5 starters that average 35, 36 minutes a game, you just play the Knicks, man. You just play them. So I don't know how Mike Brown is going to do it. But starting off with the Boston Celtics, Boston is my team. But
I see why we started with this division.
Well, it's the first one I saw, man. Hey, it's a painful outlook though. This year, as you know, Jason Tatum, he tore his Achilles in the playoffs. I don't care how many videos he put out. I'm sorry, you tore your Achilles. You shouldn't come back this year, but I see he's trying to come back. He must have got a hold let me quit saying that because I have to say allegedly because, we might get the popping, he might hear it, and I ain't got time to be getting sued. But this offseason they lost, they traded Drew Holiday, in which I understood. It made sense. They lost Luke Cornett to free agency. They traded Kristaps Porzingis, which I don't know what was going on with him in the playoffs, but he did not play at all. It was different reports that he had a deep type of sickness, illness, but whatever the case may be, he's going on to somewhere else. And they had to do that because the luxury tax, they was going to get popped with that second apron, and they had to get rid of some of those big contracts. And I don't want to say Boston is in a rebuild, but you're looking at Derek White and Peyton Pritchard. I think Quetta is slated to start at center. You will still have Jaylen Brown, but you're going to be missing Al Horford. Al Horford is reportedly supposed to be signing with Golden State Warriors. Well, he did sign with the Golden State Warriors. So you're going to be missing him. You don't really have a legit center there. I don't see the Boston Celtics finishing in the top 3, to be honest with you. I feel like the Celtics will probably be 4th in their division. I think the Celtics mixed the playoffs this year because it's just one of the things that really helped the Celtics. They had a bench, and now that bench got to start. And I don't see Jason Tatum coming back this year. And I'm not really sold on Jaylen Brown. He's not somebody that I think you want to put the load on to lead the team. So I got the Boston Celtics. Coach Jackson, don't be mad at me, man. But I got the Boston Celtics probably being third or 4th in the Atlantic Division. And if you're 3rd and 4th in the Atlantic Division, you're probably not going to make the playoffs. The New York Knicks. The New York Knicks did not lose anybody. They did add Jordan Clarkson from the Sacramento Kings, and then they got Gershon Yabusele. I think he's with the 76ers last year. They did fire their coach, which was one of the dumbest things I ever saw because Tom Thibodeau came in and he changed. You had the New York Knicks in the conference finals, which a place they hadn't been in a long time. And they were consistently winning ball games. So it's a lot of pressure. Mike Brown, he's an okay coach, but we seen what he did at Sacramento last year. The year before that, he might give you a good season. And right now, the New York Knicks, they should be the number 1 seed. They should win the Atlantic Division, and they should be a 1 or 2 seed in the East. The East ain't a strong division, but I feel like they should be the number 1 team in the Atlantic Division because they didn't lose anybody. And they still have Jalen Brunson. They re-signed Mikal Bridges, and they still have that. And then they strengthened their bench because one of the things that really hurt New York last year, they didn't really have a strong bench. Bringing on Jordan Clarkson, who is he is a shooter. He comes off the bench and he's ready to roll. And Gershon, he'll add some shooting as well. So I do see the Knicks winning that Atlantic Division. The Brooklyn Nets, who is a dumpster fire, I do believe they'll be the last in the division this year. They got rid of everybody. They signed, they got Michael Porter Jr. from Denver, but Michael Porter Jr. don't play in the defense, and I don't think it's really going to matter. They traded Cam Johnson. They lost D'Angelo Russell to free agency. They lost Trenton Watford to free agency. They still have Cam Thomas, who this is a contract year for Cam Thomas. I don't see Cam Thomas scoring 20-some points a game because the NBA, even though they got their own politics, they're not going to allow him, the Brooklyn Nets are not going to allow him to score that many points, and then they have to really pay him. And this is contract year. I do see him as trade bait. I got the Brooklyn Nets being 5th in the Atlantic Division, and they will not make the playoffs. The Toronto Raptors, they did sign Jacob Poeltl to an extension. They lost Mamuska Vesely, and they lost Chris Boucher to free agency. Scotty Barnes is entering his 5th year with the Toronto Raptors. He just signed an extension, so they are stuck with him. Toronto Raptors do have a decent team. They still have Brandon Ingram, but it's to see what they're going to do. They're not very consistent defensively, and Ingram the last 3 years have not been healthy. So I have Toronto as either a third or fourth seed. I think them in Boston is going to kind of go back and forth, but it's give or take either one. And finally, you got the Philadelphia 76ers. The reason I don't have Philadelphia winning the Atlantic Division because I don't know who's going to be healthy. Joel Embiid is rarely healthy, but they did re-sign Andrew Drummond. I think this should be the last year for Kyle Lowry. And they did keep Kelly Oubre, but I do expect him to be traded before the season. They drafted VJ Edgecombe, and he played today. And I just want to look at the stat line today. He had 14 points on 4-13 shooting, so he had a bad shooting day. So he's going to help them out on the wing. Paul George is old, and he stay injured a lot. And Embiid stay injured a lot, and that's the only reason I do not have them winning the Atlantic Division is because of their health. I don't believe they're going to stay healthy, but I do believe that they have enough because you do get what is the young kid not Edwards, but I can't think of the kid. The kid name is right on. I think it is Edwards. They do get him back. They get they also you got Terrence Maxey, and I do believe that they will end up either a second seed or they could challenge for their first seed. But that is the Atlantic Division in a nutshell. And I got them ranked as I have the Knicks at 1. I have Philly at 2. I have Toronto at 3, Boston at 4, and Brooklyn next will be a lottery pick. And Boston will be lottery too because I feel like we just don't have enough. We don't have a bench to be. Even though the East is weak, I feel like we won't have enough to pull it off. And that is your NBA take on today. And Coach, we are doing a good job with our time, and I think it's time to give away something.
Heard that.
Oh man, that burned me out. I can't wait till we. No, I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that. I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that. But it's time for a Thursday night giveaway. All right, it's time for Thursday night giveaway. And we are giving away what we're giving away this week. We're going to pay your way into whatever high school. Do not call me talking about you want some state tickets or Ole Miss tickets because I'm going to tell you I want some too. We're going to pay your way into a high school game, okay? Let's make sure we got that straight. So what we're going to do, we're going to spin the wheel, and what we'll do is by 4 o'clock tomorrow, you will get or 5 o'clock tomorrow, you will get either your ticket or you'll get your Cash App. I'm about to share the screen now so we can look at it. I did add a little, something in there. I think this will be, I'm trying to share. All right, here we go. I think this will be cool. I'm gonna throw this in there. Coach, can you see the wheel?
I can see it.
You see that nobody winner? I threw the nobody winner in there because, as you can see, we only have 2, 4, 6 names, but we had over 20 new subscribers. All you had to do was screenshot it and send it to me. But we're not going to cheat you guys. We're going to give you a chance. So I'm going to spin this wheel on the first one, and we're going to get our first winner, or we're going to get nobody winner. Cody Cole, DJ Cole. Well, look like we're going to be paying your way into Calhoun City tomorrow because I know that's where you're going since they're having homecoming. So Cody Cole is the first winner. Now, I'm going to spin this thing one more time. I'm not taking Cole's name out. So what that means, Cole, you can win again. So you can get another game next week. I'm not going to take you out because you subscribed, you did everything you're supposed to do, and you won. But you also have nobody winner there. So let's spin this thing one more time. Nobody winner. Let's go. Spin it again. Cody Cole, you the winner again. So Cole, we owe you 2 games, my guy. So what we're gonna do this week, we are gonna take care of your game this week and next week. So Cole, you get to go to 2 games. Hey, we gotta come up with something else next week to give you guys, but we truly do appreciate everybody that listen to our show, and we're trying to build our show. But do us a favor, y'all. Do us a favor. Go to YouTube and subscribe. Subscribe, and then do this. Tell somebody else to subscribe to it. What I mentioned, we want to get up to 100 subscribers this week. Can y'all make, before next week, can y'all make that happen? Can we make that happen? And then, also, if you can't watch us, you can listen to us. You can listen to us I listen to us on when I'm doing my route. I listen to us. Coach listen to us. Well, you can listen to us. Go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify. You can go to Amazon. You can go to the Podcast Network. You can find us on iHeartRadio. Wherever you get your podcasts, subscribe, and then hit that notification button. And when you hit the notification button, boom, you won't never miss an episode. Coach, tomorrow it is on.
Yeah, I'll probably the first time in a long time I woke up on Friday with some butterflies because, it's a big deal for us. And, not only big game, but big show.
Big show, big show. We're going to go live tomorrow. We're going to try to get it started by 4:30, 4:45. I'm going to be over there. I'm going to have the table set up. Just trying to find a good backdrop. I just got a text from one of our guests tomorrow. And first of all, let me screen it to make sure. But this is what he said. He said this is going to be tomorrow. This was going to be him tomorrow on a Coach and Coach show. Okay, so I'm finna play this, and I want you to tell me who you think this is. This is what was sent to me by one of the guests.
Today, I want you to look in the camera. What you gonna tell Coach? Look at camera 2. Look at camera 2 right here. Play my. Look at
if I had to give who a talk.
Right at camera 2, dog.
It's what I told him the other day. Everybody will tune in, and that brings about pressure. Everybody talks about the pressure. Pressure will do one or two things.
Preach.
It will make the good fold, but make the great focus.
Preach.
So when you run out on this field and all these thousands of people are yelling at you, not for you, that's pressure. You focus.
Preach.
When you get ready to get in that game and everybody is yelling for the team across you, that's pressure. You focus. And when the time comes in that game for you to put your foot on that,
preach,
and in this game, that's pressure. You focus and get your damn job done today. I shouldn't be cursing on TV.
Hey, I can tell you right now, I'll be ready to run.
Oh man, I'm ready to roll, bro. That was Michael Irvin. I'm scared. He might do that for real. The one that sent me this message. So man, I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I hope my yelling didn't bust nobody's eardrum. But man, I'm fired up about tomorrow. So, Coach, any last words?
I just hope that everybody tunes in, gets to the game, that can go or wherever they're going to watch games, have a safe and fun weekend, and, appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us tonight, and appreciate the people who will listen to this on the podcast platform.
Well, that was the offensive coordinator. I'm the defensive coordinator, and we will see you tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow. It won't be a recorded show. We will be live. We're going to have special guests tomorrow. Just tune in to see who the guests are, but tell somebody to share it while you on your way to the game. Look at us on YouTube tomorrow, and we're going to have some fun. So that is the coach. He's the offensive coordinator. He keeps this thing rolling, and my job is to make sure that I don't get extra feedback in my headset so I won't be crazy like we started off. We appreciate everybody, and until tomorrow, we'll see you, and get ready because it is football time in Mississippi.